Hey, Glow Girls. Welcome back to another episode of the Glow Girl Glow podcast. Today, we are about to get super real about what happens when life starts throwing punches. Real life is bills is due, your kids acting out, your family cutting up, monkey wrench has been thrown in the plan that you've been working on for a while, and you just stuck holding the bag like, okay, now what? And then sometimes it just feels like you in a fight for your life that you didn't even sign up for. You like, look, I stay out the way. I don't be in nobody business, trying to grind and do my thing. And here we go. Just because life got you by the hair and doing a windmill on you do not mean that you got to curl up in a ball and block. No, that's not what we're doing. So today we're going to talk about how to push back, how to take control and remind life that I'm the main character. And guess what? Because I'm the main character, everything's going to work out for me, okay? So whatever this is that you're throwing my way, it's just a small setback because, baby, I'm going to prosper at the end. So if this sounds like an episode that's going to resonate with you, girl, grab your favorite beverage and let's dive in. So let me tell you about a time where life tried me. I mean, like, literally tried me. So I was in this season where I felt like nothing was going right, and I feel like I had fell off. Like if you watch Martin, when he felt like before he went to Najee Rumba and he was telling Gina like, man, I didn't think I would fall off like that. Like that was kind of like how I was feeling. So let me paint the picture for you. So, I work in real estate. And I had made a decision recently with the blessing of God, because I always consult with God before I make any like major changes. Business had been flourishing for me, and I took it as an opportunity to really go to the next level and step away from my team at the time and go as a solo agent. So if you are in real estate, you know like what it means to be a solo agent. You kind of get to like pop your collar when you say you're a solo agent. It's a really cool place to be in to be able to run your real estate business. I decided to go from being a part of a team to being a solo agent. I was all excited and ready to jump in, and then it hit me like, you are now leaving the team. So all this stuff that the team was providing you with is now up to you. So in a sense, it's exciting, right? Oh, I get to, build my own business and it can look and feel the way that I want it to look. But then at the end of the day, it's like, oh, this is all on me, right? I was in a season where like the excitement was wearing off, and I was in this season of things just being really slow. And I was like, oh, and it made me start questioning myself like, okay, God, what is going on? Am I meant to be in this career? Did I jump too fast? It made me feel like a little bit of a failure in a sense, and just like, really outside of my normal thriving self. So I was just, feeling very less than, very confused, very out of sorts. And I felt like literally like a monkey wrench was just thrown in my plans. Things came to a halt. And I was like, okay, now what? You know what I'm saying? So I literally had moments where I was like, okay, maybe I should just accept this as my life now. Like maybe this is what it all is boiling down to for me. But guess what? That's exactly what life wanted me to do. That's exactly what life wanted me to do. It wanted me to stay stuck. It wanted me to stay small. It wanted me to really not know whose I am. Baby, I'm a king's kid. Baby, I am royal priesthood. Like, don't forget it, right? But I forgot. But something in me said, no, we're not doing this. And that moment is really, really what I want to talk to y'all about today. So think about a time when life just knocked you down, girl. It knocked you down. And you felt hopeless, you felt depleted, you felt less than, you felt like a failure, you felt like there was no way out, you felt like God was nowhere in sight, you felt like people that you thought had your back turned their back on you, you felt like everybody was out to get you, and you felt like the walls was closing in and you just kind of accepted what was happening, right? Let me ask you this. Did you fight back, or did you just like shrink and just take it? Be real. Be real with yourself. Like, when you think about this question, what did you do? When life starts applying pressure, because baby, it will, you are going to have two choices. You can fold under pressure, or you can apply pressure right back, buck back. And I'm not saying be reckless, chaotic. I'm not saying be a crash out. I'm not saying let me burn everything down energy. That's not what I'm saying. I mean intentional resistance, right? So this is like the way that you can choose to push back. So instead of the, why is this happening to me? What is going on? Oh my God, I can't handle this. This is too much. No, we're going to say, okay, God, I know this is a lot for me right now. This is kind of giving me some anxiety. I don't know what's going on, but I know that all things work together for my good. And you would not send anything my way to destroy me. So God, what is this trying to teach me? What do I need to learn from this moment? What do I need to capture from this moment? Like, what do I need to take away from this moment so I can move past this tower moment and get to my promised land? And then next, instead of feeling like a victim, because that's just the easy way out. Anytime things don't go the way that it's planned, it's so easy to play the victim. It's so easy to blame other people. It's so easy to just point to everything and everybody around us. But I need you to be able to make a plan to pivot. If I haven't learned anything in business or just being an entrepreneur, it is the power of the pivot, baby. The pivot allows you to not stay stuck. The pivot allows you to not play small. The pivot allows you to still show up. So even when you pray for consistency and then life knocks you down, the pivot is what's going to give you the strength to be like, okay, let me go ahead and get back up. Let me go ahead and try this thing again, right? So hold on to your pivot moment. What does your pivot moment look like? What does your pivot moment feel like to you in that moment? And then I want you to be able to surround yourself with powerful reminders about who you are, whose you are, and what you are destined to be, what you are destined to become, right? So I want you to do a little bit of an audit and think about what are some of the things you're listening to and what are you feeding your spirit, man. So for me in particular, going through what I was going through, I thought my identity was changing in my business. I thought I was falling off. I thought I was failing at, being in real estate, because real estate is a really tough industry. But I had to constantly remind myself and pick myself back up, right? So back to the question of what are you listening to? Are you listening to inspirational music that's going to hold you up? Or are you listening to sob stories? Are you listening to music that is about things that is not in alignment with the way that you really want to be showing up, right? So what are you listening to? Are you listening to any podcasts? Are you listening to any audiobooks that can help you? What I also like to do is I will listen to sermons. If it is, me catching up at my own church home on maybe some sermons that I miss. I will even listen to some TED Talks for like motivation. So things like that. It doesn't always have to be faith-based, even though this is a faith-based community. It's a faith-based podcast, and y'all know I love God. But do what you need to do for you, whatever your motivation looks like. There's some like coaches and big name like people in the self-development space that really focus more on that gritty side of motivation. So whatever is going to speak to you to help you to best feed your spirit, man, do that thing, because we need those reminders to help us to get out of these low places, to get out of that valley, so we can make it to our mountaintop moment. Let's do a quick little exercise. I want you to just close your eyes for a moment, unless you're driving. Obviously, don't close your eyes, and I don't want you to crash. But imagine yourself a year from now, the version of you who didn't let this season break her. What does she look like? Like, what does that girl look like? How does she feel? What does her days look like? What did she do to get there? Now, that's the thing. That's the sauce. What did she do to get there? Okay, now come back to today and ask yourself, what's one thing I can do right now, today, to move toward her, right? So what are the steps that I can be taking right now to get closer to being in alignment with my higher self? And once we kind of scale it back and we can kind of do like some small efforts today to get there, it makes it that much more attainable. It makes it that much more easier. It gives us less anxiety to do big, scary things, sis. And then after you have let this episode soak in, after I didn't just hit you all over the head with all this information, I'm going to give you a little homework. And I know, y'all, I'm always giving y'all stuff to do because I want y'all to be able to actually make some changes. I want this to be an impact. I don't want this to just be content that you're consuming, but I really want you to start making the changes and start taking the necessary steps that I know you want to take and I know you can take to be that version of you that you so desperately want. Okay, so write down one area in your life where you've been letting life punk you, life has been bucking up, and you've been cowering in a corner somewhere. And then next to that, I want you to write just one way you're going to push back. How you going to buck up? How you going to push back, right? And then I want you to take it a step further. I want you to either DM me or you can text me because my number is all over my social media. Or you can put it in the Glow Girl Glow community. Post it in the community. And I want you to tell me or tell us what it is. And the purpose for this is, if you've listened to the previous episode about setting goals, I believe it's episode 1 maybe. This is the accountability piece that you are going to need to thrive. So let's hold each other accountable. So once you put it out there, I promise you something in your brain, in your cells, all of that is going to make you want to move closer to that goal. All right, y'all. So we have made it to the end of this powerful episode. I hope you have enjoyed. I have enjoyed hosting this episode. It blessed me. I hope that it blessed you as well. But the thing I want you to walk away with today is knowing that, baby, you are stronger than you think. So life it is expected to throw you some punches. The woman that is on the other side of this podcast, baby, you hit back and you hit back hard. Baby, you is too hard to fight, okay? So, girl, keep glowing, keep growing, and I will certainly see you in the next episode. Bye.